Coach said it was 9 on Saturday.
No, but he's wrong. Mom said it was at 9. It's 15.
I said 9 on Saturday. It's Saturday.
Oh, no.
Theo, please stop arguing.
It's Thursday. Daddy, do you like my dress?
It's beautiful, baby. Yeah. They may not be the volume that I used to shoot, but I'm still doing them. I used to shoot 25 to 30 plus weddings a year, and I documented the whole process of getting up and over 6 figures doing wedding photography here on this channel. But in recent years, especially the past 2, as we've done the documentary on Joe, it's been pretty implausible to shoot that many weddings or to carry a bunch of things that I did in the past pre-COVID while we worked on a project that essentially lasted 2 years. But now that we've started to premiere that film in both Franklin and Chicago, moving into other premieres, I'm starting to look at what the future looks like with my business and what I'm going to make here on this channel. And the reality is I'm still shooting weddings. We also had our 4th kid, and the ages of our kids currently spans from 2 to 9 years old. So things are getting pretty busy, and I want to be home more, especially on the weekends. Honestly, I had to start turning away wedding films because of how much of a perfectionist I was being with how diversified my business was becoming. Taking an entire week to edit a wedding film was actually not worth my time for the exchange of money, and so I had to say no to them for a while. But I'm super excited to be shooting my first wedding film in a few years this year again. The tricky thing about wedding filmmaking is if you want to have a unique voice, you need to put a lot of time and energy into it. But if you're shooting wedding films at volume, it's really difficult to keep that unique voice with cranking out edits once every other week. It's a balance of creativity and formula. Now for me at this point in my life and my career, shooting less weddings actually gives me the ability to give the care and concern I want to give to each of my clients. Now, when I was doing it full time and making a few YouTube videos here and there about the process of that, I was able to dedicate so much of my time and energy work-wise to my clients to give them the experience they deserved. And as my business has become more diversified in a multitude of other things, I can only give my attention to a select few. And the reality is I started my wedding business and developed this philosophy of empathy as I shoot weddings. And that's what I want to continue to do. So if I'm unable to do that with shooting more volume, I need to keep the amount of weddings that I shoot pretty low. I really wanted to make this video and share this story about a wedding I photographed a couple weeks ago. I booked this wedding through a planner I've been working with since 2016, about 8 years at this point. And I was eating dinner off to the side away from the reception. She walked up and she said,
"Oh my gosh, you brought your laptop? Do you think you could edit like 10 photos really quick so I could put together an Instagram reel for tonight?"
Yeah, I could totally do that. Just like 10 at the end of the night. Yeah, of course. Honestly, in that moment, I kind of felt annoyed. I was like, I just brought my computer to back up my second shooter's images. Why do I need to edit photos right now? I wasn't planning on doing that. But, you know, being the people pleaser I am in the moment, I said, oh yeah, of course, for sure. Upon further reflection, I realized how selfish I was being in that moment with that attitude. A planner that had been handing me work and weddings for 8 years asked me to just do something very simple. Just, you know, a dozen images for her Instagram reel. Why wouldn't I do that? Why do I feel the need to protect my time and energy in that way when this person has given me so much over the years? Not to mention that, but then what it would mean for having these images directly after that. So the end of the night came, and when I said goodbye to the bride and groom, I realized that I had these 10 images on my phone that I could airdrop to them. So I asked the bride if she had her phone nearby, and she did. So I airdropped them to her. She just about lost her mind. I realized my natural disposition in these moments as an artist is to kind of be selfish and protect my own time and energy. But it's good to reflect on these things after they happen, to realize that that level of empathy, that decision making and taking care of others, not just your clients, but even people that you're working with on that day professionally, can mean so much to them. Even if it's just something in passing, could be a monumental moment that they take with them for the rest of their life. I mostly wanted to make this video to give you an update on my life and where I'm at in all of this, but I hope that if you're shooting weddings at volume right now, that this isn't discouraging to you, that you're still able to give that care and attention to your clients and people you work with and giving that empathy. Not to discourage any kind of diversification, I think that's a beautiful thing as well. What I'm trying to convey here is a message of empathy, a message of selflessness. That natural inclination of wanting to be selfish could be your detriment. And maybe if you opened up yourself to a selfless approach that's more empathetic to the people around you, you could find the beauty in that. All this philosophical banter really begs the question, why do we do what we do? As image makers, photographers, filmmakers, who's going to care more about these images 30 years from now, you or your clients? And as you think about what matters most to your clients, maybe you should be introspective on what matters most to you right now, and maybe how your work can give you the ability to step into what matters most to you.
Go, 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 go! Hey, RBI.